In the previous section, we have seen about the basic numbers, which are namely natural numbers, whole numbers, and integers. Now, the another two numbers we are going to discuss, which are rational numbers. What numbers? Rational numbers. So, the name itself states that it's rational. Rational means what? Like we can split this as well as like this. Ratio. A ratio means division. Ratio means what? A ratio of this with that means this by that. The division it goes. Okay. See, the rational numbers are of the form P by Q. Rational numbers are of the form P by Q, where this P and Q are integers. And when I say P and Q are integers, that Q should not be equal to 0. Why that is not equal to 0? Means the division by 0 is not possible. It's not defined. Okay. Division by 0 is not possible. Why is that so? Why division by 0 is not possible? So, we may understand fractions first. You know about fractions, right? Fractions means see, there are many things. A whole thing is split into equal number of parts. For example, take this square. This is split into 4 equal parts. In this, how many things we are denoting? If I shaded one region means, how will you denote this one part among 4? It is 1 by 4. 1 among 4 equal parts. And 2 things among 4 means, that is denoted as 2 by 4. And 3 things among 4 is like this will shade. So, there should be something so that we can divide that into equal parts. If 0, which one will divide as equal parts? There is nothing. We can't split into anything. So, that is why division by 0 is strictly prohibited, and there is a difference between these rational numbers and the fractions. May looks like same. See, here I wrote 1 by 4. Is that in the form of P by Q or not? Okay. Like every fractions are rational numbers, but not all the rational numbers are fractions. Not all the rational numbers are fractions. Okay. You understand? I simply stated, I didn't said why it is like that. Because here I said P and Q are integers. Integers means negative value also included. But in fraction, we are talking about splitting a whole thing into equal part. So, like when you are dividing, like splitting, negative number of things we can't see, we can't split. When it comes like number of things, it cannot be negative, right? Also remember, while I am talking about integers, when I speak of this negative numbers, we speak of the distance, the direction, only the direction, okay, not counting. So, yeah, as negative we can't count. That is why fractions are not negative, but rational numbers can be negative. Why is that so? See, when I say these rational numbers are in the form of P by Q, and these rational numbers are denoted by the letter, the alphabet, guess what? R, but it is not R. It is denoted by Q, a different Q. Why it is denoted as Q? Because, see, when we divide the number, like 5 by 2 if I am having, what is value of this? How to divide 5 by 2? Do you know division? Okay, then say what is 5 by 2? Yeah, but it is not 1 point something. It is 2.2 means 4, remainder 1.0, then 5 times 2 is 2.5. The whole value is 2.5. We are denoting the quotient of the division. What we are denoting? Quotient. See, this part over there is called as quotient, and this part is called as remainder. So here again 10, 0 will come. This part is called as remainder. So all these numbers are nothing but a quotient of a division. These numbers are what? Quotient of a division. That is why rational numbers are denoted by Q, which is the first alphabet in the word quotient. Okay, clear? Now again we'll compare. See, all the natural numbers are rational numbers. Shall we say? Why? Because all the natural numbers can be written in the form of P by Q. When you say 1, we can write that as 1 by 1. Shall we say or not? Because division by 1 is same number. When you say 2 as a natural number, that can be represented as 2 by 1. 3 means 3 by 1. Whatever natural number you say, that can be represented in this form, and most importantly, this Q is not 0. We are taking 1. Okay. So all natural numbers are rational numbers. Okay. And all the whole numbers are rational numbers. Why not all? 0, when there is 0, shall we write that 0 as 0 by 1? We can write. See, as I told you, this division by 0 is not prohibited, but we can divide 0. Okay. 0 can be written as 0 by 1. See, there are 4 things, Rakana. We are marking nothing. Possible, right? There are 4 things. We are marking nothing. Denoted by what? 0. So we can't mark anything and we can make that as 0. What I told before is this denominator part should not be 0. Okay. Okay. The things which are upside is called as numerator, which is below the division sign is called as denominator. In that, this denominator states that how many equal parts we have splitted. That cannot be 0. And this numerator top part states that among that how many things we are marking. It is possible that we can't mark anything. We are not marking anything. Is it possible or not? In that case, that is represented by 0 by 4. So the same way 0 by 1. So all the whole numbers are rational numbers. All the whole numbers are rational numbers. Okay. Next, you know what I am going to ask next? What I am going to ask next? I asked natural numbers are rational or not. Whole numbers are natural or not. Next, what I am going to ask? That is how it works. Whether integers are rational numbers or not, yes, they are. Whatever the number it is there, you can write by 1 by 1 by 1. Okay, so all the things are rational numbers. To denote that as a diagram, we may use this. We may denote that as a diagram like this. See, this is what we can take it as summary of this today's session. First, we have seen about this natural numbers denoted by n. In that, we included 0 and we marked that as whole numbers. So when this n circle is inside W, all the natural numbers are what? Whole numbers. Understood or not? Then integers, where we have to write? Inside circle or outside circle? Outside circle. That is how this common sense works. See, these are integers. So all the natural numbers are integers, all the whole numbers are integers, but not all the integers are these inside things. Okay. Now after this we have seen rational numbers. Rational numbers means Q. Why I am saying, as I told you before, can't we say all the rational numbers are these numbers? No, because this natural number has 1 and 2, not the numbers in between 1 and 2, like 1.1, 1.2, those are not there. Like 2 and 3 if you take means, 2 and 3 will be in this all the numbers, but the numbers in between 2 and 3, like we worked out 2.5, right? Is that 2.5 is natural number? Whole number? Integers? That is rational number. Okay, clear? So these are all the available numbers to calculate. Apart from this, some other numbers also there, which is namely irrational numbers. Irrational numbers means simple, which are not rational, which cannot be written in the form P by Q, is called as irrational number. Like Q at the top, C, Q complement like will denote, and all together we denote that as a real number. It goes on man. Like after real also we have some other number set. You know that have you seen the church meme? One person will be sitting and pointing a gun towards one person. Behind one person pointing gun towards this person. And behind him one person pointing gun towards this person. These are like that. He is sitting front, he is pointing gun, and he is pointing gun towards him. He is pointing gun towards him. Likewise, it goes on. Like some other types of numbers also there. So in today's session, we have seen up to this rational numbers, and that is enough for us. With that, we'll just discuss the remaining basic operations for these numbers. Okay. I think that is enough for today's class. Looks like you are feeling you studied too much, is it? Sort of. Yeah? You studied too much. Does this heavy for you? It's not heavy. See, just go through this once. It's easy to understand. Tomorrow we'll start with this basic operations on this numbers. Okay. Now you may ask your doubts, if you have any doubts.